Sir,
Okay.
screen is
Okay.
suspicious.
Okay. So good morning to all the participants. So last session we discussed about Internet of Things with what are the trends and then the challenges and how the Internet of Things are working and what are the protocols should follow to that and how the cloud servers get support to what connect the devices, how the informations are get exchanged and send the informations, and then based on that we can what act. So all these things are discussed in the last sessions. And today's session we are going to discuss about Internet of Things applications. So this Internet of Things applications can be what connect about many devices. We can connect many devices or many things. We know that we can so using of internet and supporting what software tools with the help of what the cloud server we can able to what connect to the device and exchange the informations and then do some what the command and according to that the device can do the response, right? So we know that this is what we know that this is we'll call as what Internet of Things, and we'll see some applications and how this Internet of Things is what used in many applications, right? First, I will what touch a few things about what is IoTs and all. So it is very simple. The simple terms, if you want to say about what Internet of Things, it means that taking all the things in the world and connecting them to the internet. It is called as what Internet of Things, right? So we need to have some set of what the infrastructure is required, and then the device should have some accessibility of what the internet. So the things can able to what connect to the through the internet, with the what the infrastructures can able to do. The communications will happen in that, right? So why the IoT? What it is required? It is part of the Internet of Things. So why the IoT matters and what is the need of that? When something is what connected to the internet, that means that it can send the informations or the receive informations or both will takes place, right? Any devices which is connected, see our mobile phones is there. It can connect the we can able to what able to what. We can able to see the videos, we can able to listen the musics, we can able to do the what the web browsing. So all the things will take place. Or what are the informations if we want to what see with the help of what the internet we could able to see all the things. Or we could able to listen the what the different songs in this world. What are the songs are there? We can able to listen, but at the same time we cannot able to store all the songs in your what the smartphones, right? Because of some storage problem is there. So, but we could able to what listen the songs, particularly the songs which wherever it is there in the world, we can able to listen that particular style, what the song. So we need to what send some request or we need to what get the informations and then we should what utilize that. But it is not possible to store all the things in your smartphone, right? Because of some storage problems is there. That is not possible. So that's the thing here. We should, if you have an internet, we can send the information. It means that we are requesting something, and then we can receive the information. Or the both the things will takes place. So this IoT, it is what it is ability or the device which can ability to what send or receive the information and makes things is what very smart, right? And it is smart is good also, right? See, before the smartphone we have something like what the cell phones. That cell phones we can do only for what the text message and making a call. That's it. We cannot what able to what the day to day what the information is going on around us, because the internet connectivity is not in the device can able that the device cannot able to what the internet connectivity the support, right? So due to that we cannot able to what see some videos and then listening music and then browsing some information, and this could not be possible what if you use the cell phones alone. So when the cell phones is what make it as what the smartphone, all the things we can able to access within. If you can sit in one place we can able to access all the things, but the one thing is what internet is required. Clear or not? If that smartphone, the internet is there, you can do whatever things you want, you can do it in that. So that's the thing. It is ability to what send or receive the information and make the things is what very smart, and it is smart good also. So this is why the IoT matters is what required. I'll put somewhat the few points to you for easy understanding of what IoT is. All the things are being connected to the internet can be put in three categories. The three categories. First, you can see that the things that collect the information, you can use some different types of what the sensors you can use to collect the information. The things that collect the information and send it, that is category number one. And category number two, you can see that the things that receive the information and then act on it. So what the information requires is what accepted and receive it. Based on that, it can act on it. Clear or not? The things can do both the things. Either can collect the information, that is one category, and receive the informations, and based on that, it can do some process. It is what the second category. And both the things either can collect the information and then do the act or do some process. What the information or command is given to that device can able to what act on that, or both the things will take place. So this IoT are the things that are being connected to the internet can be what the different categories, which is I was mentioned here. Either it can collect the information, or it can receive the information and act on it, or it can do what the both the things at a time. Right? See here, I will put it somewhat the 3 points here. The point number one, collecting and sending informations. Collecting and sending informations. You can take some example like what the soil moisture sensors are there. So different sensors will be there. This means the sensor, you may have what the sensor, so you can say that temperature sensor will be there, moisture sensor will be there, and then motion sensors will be there, quality sensors, air quality sensors are there, and light sensors are there. So we can say some different what the sensors, you may have the different what the data collections will be there, right? Different types of data we can collect for the different types of what sensors. So these sensors, right, along with some connections will be there that allows to what automatically can what able to collect the information from the environment, and it allows us to make what the more what intelligent decisions also. So these are what the different what the types of sensors it can able to what collect the information automatically, and based on that we can take some decision intelligently, right? You can take some example like this, what the moisture sensor, how it is working. So that I put it here for the collecting and sending information, how this moisture sensor is working. You can take some what the form. In that form we can see that it is automatically what getting the information about the soil moisture, and it can tell to the what the farmer exactly when their crops need to be what watered. Instead of watering too much to the crops and then little watering to the crop, that means the huge loss will be there. Clear or not? So instead of watering too much, so which can be what the irrigation systems and environmentally it is what wasteful. Clear or not? And then you can see that if it is watering is too little, so which can be what about expensive loss of the crops is also what takes place. So the farmer can ensure that the crops get exactly the right amount of water. So this moisture sensor, we can check the soil moisture, and then based on that, the water is required or not. How much water is required? Now the water requirement is there or not. So that can be what easily identify using of this soil moisture sensor. If you do this, this how the sensor will work. The sensor will what find the soil water, find the level of what the water level of the soil and give the information to the particular device, and that can able to what trigger it on your actuator. So actuator will be get connected to the water pump, and that can do what pump on and then pump off conditions will be takes place. So the collecting the information from the sensor, and that is given to that's why it is called as collecting and sending the information. Sending the information to where? Sending the information to the actuator. So that collect the information electrically and do some process in what physical. Clear or not? So that what the actuator can connect to the water pump. So based on the moisture level of the soil, now the water pump will be on or off. That depends on the soil moisture level. Clear? So if you do the process like this, So the farmer will get more benefit of this. They will earn more money for that, and more food we can give for the world also. Clear? So this is process number one, or the step number one. You can see the collecting and sending of information. I'm taking for one example for easy understanding. That to what in agriculture side, how this can be get supported. IoT systems can be get supported to make everything is what automated, and the correct usage of water, right, to get more benefit. There or not. So point number two, we can see that receiving and what acting on informations. Once I receive the information, I just do what acting. So what information is what I received? I just want to do my what the work, or maybe what acting on the informations, right? So it is. We can see that it is very familiar. We know that I will take this small example for you. We are having some what the printers that receive some documents, right? The printer receives the document and it is what print. So your car receives the signals from the car key, right? And the doors open. Clear or not? The printer receives the signals from the systems. They can do the operation is what printing, and then the car receives the signals from the car key, and the door is what open. These examples are what it does. So you can say something like what whenever it is what simple as what sending the command like what turn on, or the complex like what the 3D models. You can take something what I want to print with the 3D printers. So we can tell about the missions, right? Wherever you are, you can give the command to the mission. The missions can able to do that. Clear or not? If you are there, or if you are out of that, or if wherever you are far away from the device, so wherever you are, you can able to what give the informations, and then you can add the device for the particular work. The device can able to receive the informations. The user may be what in some other place or anywhere or far away from the device where they're connected. The users can view the informations, and based on that, the device can what do the operations. This is how we called as what receiving and then acting. Receiving the informations, and based on that, it can or the command which is given by the user. Based on that, this can able to what perform. This is what the receiving and activity. Receiving and acting on the information. Suppose this two of collecting and sending information, and then the sending and what acting on information. But suppose this two will what takes place, you can say that both the operations will what takes place. Again, you can take some example like what the forming. The sensor, it collect the informations about what the soil moisture. You can see that if both these operations will be takes place, collecting and sending the information, receiving and acting on information. If both informations can be what performed, that's why I can mention here doing both. So if it is both what the things are doing here, we can do what everything in that internet things. We can connect anything about everything also. Yeah or not? So the sensor can collect the information about the soil moisture to tell the farmer what how much to water the crops. Clear or not? The sensor which is used to collect the information about the soil moisture level and tell to the farmer how much to water the crops. But you don't actually need the farmer now. If it is connected everything in one automatically, we don't need what any farmer would support or not, because this process will be takes place in automatically. The device the M2M connections will be there. Clear or not? So the irrigation systems can automatically turn on as it's needed. Whenever the water is needed, so then it can turn on automatically. That's why I mentioned here both doing. So it can able to perform, receive collect the informations, and then receive and then act also. Clear or not? See here, you can collecting and sending the information, and receiving and then acting on information. When these two things will be takes place, you know what any manual support is not required here. The device can able to do all the things automatically. That's why everything it is collected in this. That's why I took some example for the real time. You can take some other form, and then forming. I can take some example for you. The sensor, which is collect the information about the soil moisture level and intimate to the farmer how much to water the crops. So now the farmer is also not required. When it can do this process will be automatically. Clear or not? So the irrigation systems can automatically, it is thrown off when it is the device is M2M, the machine to machine, the device is connected and do the process automatically. So based on that, how much moisture is in the soil, that should be identified easily. Clear? So you can say that irrigation system is received information above. Suppose if the irrigation systems is received information about the weather also, because we are having some different sensors also, right? Different sensors are used here. So you can use some temperature sensor, moisture sensor, and then what air quality sensor, light sensor, and then moisture. Many sensors are there. So mean in the irrigation system sensor, suppose the sensor receives the weather condition also, with the help of the internet connection. So it can also know when it is going to rain and decide not to water the crops. Clear or not? Even the situation or the environmental changes, suppose it may be happened. So the sensor can check the weather conditions also, and now the device can decide no need to the pump on. So no need to give the water to the crops, because is the another the after times or the time is going to come. So the device can able to do the actions like this. Clear or not? Fine. And we doesn't stop here in these conditions, and all the information about the soil moisture and how much the irrigation system is watering the crop, and how well the crops actually it is grown up. That should be collected and sent to the computers, and with the help of the software and then the algorithms is required, and that makes sense of all these informations. Clear or not? Fine. So this is how this small one applications are like the agriculture side, how this IoT gets supported to do the process in an effective way. So how the water utilization is perfectly made with the help of the growing of the crops, right? So this is a small example for you, the application of IoT. You can see some characteristics of the IoTs. We know that what are the characteristics will be there. One is dynamic and then self-adapting. So dynamic and self-adapting, it is what is very, very important one in this. So which can able to adapt the changing context and then it can take the action based on the operating conditions. Suppose you can see something like the example like surveillance systems will be there. The object is moving from unnecessary, the object is moving from here and there. The surveillance systems can start capture and do the recording will be there. That should be in a 360 degree. So the context and changing the conditions, abnormal conditions, the device can rotate in 360 degree and capture the abnormal things has happened, and that should be captured. That's why it is called as dynamic and then self-adaptive. Yeah? And then the self-configurations is very, very important in this characteristics of IoT. It just allowing the large number of devices to work together to provide a certain functionality. And for configuring can able to connect the different devices, but at the same time we should know that which device is sending the data, and that data is going to which device. That is very, very important one we should keep in your mind. So while discussing the characteristics in the IoT, we know that one is connect. The three important things should be there. One is connect, one is analysis, and third is integrate. Connect, analysis, and then integrate. So if you are connecting all the devices, should have some set of the communication protocols also required. So this communication protocols can able to communicate with other devices and also with other infrastructures also, right? And then the fourth one, you can see that each device should have the unique identity. So that should be identify with the help of address, as an IP address. So each IO device has unique identity and then unique identifier also. We simply will call it as IP address. And then once it is all the characteristics 1, 2, 3, and 4 is ready, you can go with the integrated with the information network. So allow them to communicate. Once it is ready, the device is able to communicate from one device to another device. It just simply exchanging the information in a control manner, right? So these are the things are the characteristics of IoT. It's very, very important. You can see that how this IoT should enable with different technologies, right? IoT enabling technologies. You can see that IoT enabling technologies, and this is very, very important one. How this IoT, Internet of Things, should be enabled with different technology, and that can do what different applications also. Suppose you can take something like what wireless sensor network, and then what is that, cloud computing and big data analytics, and then embedded system, and you can take something like security protocol and architectures, communication protocols, and then web services, right? And then the mobile internet, and then schematic search engines. How these are the different technologies. How this IoT is what enabled with several or with different technologies. First, we'll see one by one what is this what the wireless sensor network, how the IoT will get enabled. You can see that the wireless sensor network, you can see that the distributed devices, the help of the sensor, which are used to monitor the environmental and then the physical conditions. Right? You can take something like what the Zigbee is one of the most popular wireless technologies and used by what wireless sensor networks. You can take some what the important thing is what the Zigbee is one of the most important popular wireless technology used by what wireless sensor networks. So if the wireless sensor networks is used in what in IoT systems, so we need somewhat we can able to what collect somewhat the different information also. Suppose the weather monitoring systems, you can take something like what the weather monitoring system, in which the nodes start collect the temperature and then the humidity and other data, which is what at last which is what aggregated in one, and then it can analyzed further, right? So this is how what in wireless what the sensor network, how this could be what used. Suppose you can take something like what the indoor air quality monitor. So an indoor air quality monitoring system. Suppose if you are using what the IoT wireless sensor used in what IoT. So suppose if you want to monitor the indoor air monitoring systems, right, can be used. So what is the use of this? This can able to what collect the data on the indoor air quality and concentration of various gases also. Clear or not? So you can use some other what the soil the moisture monitoring also. We can do the soil what the moisture monitoring also. You can be able to what monitor the soil moisture level at the various locations, right? And this IoT should be used in what the wireless sensor networks is used in what in IoT systems. We can use something like what surveillance systems also. So this can able to collect the surveillance data, how the motion and then the detection motion data and then the detection should be takes place. All those things we can do with the help of what the IoT with the enabling technology of what wireless sensor network, surveillance systems, right? And you can next the same thing the wireless sensor network using what IoT enabling technology. You can take some other application like what smart grid. So the wireless sensor network for monitoring the grids at various points. What the smart grids, how the electricity flow will be there. We can using of this we can able to what the theft of your electricities can be what easily identified, or how much unit of what the electricity is what distributed to this particular point, and how much of what electricity is distributed to this particular industry. So all the things we can able to what monitor when the wireless sensor network should be or this IoT should be enabled with this what wireless sensor network. So these are the what the systems. These are the what the applications we can able to do, right? And next we can see that what the cloud computing. Or I will tell you what one more thing is very important wireless sensor network. We can go with what the structural or the health monitoring systems also. So which is used to monitor the health of what the structures are, but collecting the with the help of what the sensor nodes, and we can able to what find out the abnormality which just takes place in the human body, right? And then second, you can see that cloud computing. So cloud computing should have something the how this IoT is enabling with what the cloud computing. You can see that we are having what the three important services are very important one in cloud computing. So one is infrastructure. One is what infrastructure, and second one is what the platform. That is what infrastructure as a services, and then the second is what the platform as a services, and third we can say that the software as services. So what is this infrastructure? What the services in the sense? it provides what the user needs, that ability to what give the provision of do somewhat the process with the help of the storage resources, which just takes place in the cloud computing. So these resources are provided to the user for the virtual machine and then the virtual storage also. So the infrastructure, in the sense, what is the cloud? You can see that it will call as an on-demand service. Will call that, right? What is your infrastructure in the sense how much storage is required, and then what is the storage capacity, and what is the processor level, and all the resources we should what demand first. Based on the demand, the resources will be what allocated to the particular user. So that we that will call as what infrastructure and services. And next you can see that platform, the services. That is what IoT platform services. That is That is what the platform services can be used to what develop or can deploy somewhat the applications in the cloud and using of some development tools and then applications and then softwares, and then this could be what provide the services by the cloud server service providers. Clear or not? So any softwares or the application tools that you want to develop or deploy with the help of the service provided by the cloud service provider, this could be what takes place. Next, you can see that software services. The software services provide the user to complete the software applications, or the user can interface with the application itself. Right? It can just provide the service of your software, the complete requirement of the user. What the user requirement is there, what software the user is required, and that can be completely it can be provided to the user requirement. That is, these three things are very, very important in this cloud computing. So you have different forms of this cloud computing. The server this should be offered with the different services like infrastructure services, platform services, and then software services. And third, you can see that big data analytics. Big data in the sense that it is not a large data, but you can see something like the size of the data in terms of gigabytes into in terms of the terabytes. How the differentiation of be there, the size will be the big data analytics. So this I can give some example for the big data generated by the IoTs are. You can take something like the sensor, how it generate the data by IoT systems. The sensor, how it can collect the data or how it can generate the data by using of the different sensors with the help of the IoT systems. You can take some the big data analytics, and how the mission in industries, you can see that the mission is working with the help of the sensor, how the missions can able to collect the energy from the different the mission sites. Right. And third, you can see something like the big data analytics. You can say something about the real time, the health and fitness data collections, health and fitness of the data generation using of IoT devices. We can go with that comes under the big data analytics. And then the data which is collected. Suppose if you are sending one parcel from one point to another point, from one city to the connected of another city, if you are sending the parcel, I just want to track the parcel and then monitor, track the vehicle. At the same time, I just want to see the location also. So this is also it comes out of the big data analytics. The data generated by IoT systems for location and then the vehicle tracking. This is also the big data. And this is how, if I give the one technology, see that how with the help of the IoT, how the data generation will be takes place. You can take with health and fitness, you can take with the location and then the tracking of your vehicle. You can take something like how the machine which is used used in the industry, how the energy can be get collected. And you can see some sensor, you can see some moisture sensor, and you can see the air quality sensor, how the data will be get generated by using of IoT systems. Clear or not? That's why it is called big data analytics. Big data analytics. The data generated by some other applications also. You can take something like a retail inventory and then the retail inventory and then the monitoring systems. How the business side, how this could be happened. Right? So these are the things generated, the data which is generated by using of IoTs. Clear or not? Next, you can see what embedded systems. So embedded systems, you can see that it is the combination of what we can say simply like what the software and then the hardware that should be what embedded to do somewhat the specific task. So the system should have the range from what the low cost devices. The low cost devices, we can take some example like what all we are having some digital watches also. So the digital watches to what the digital devices, we'll call some example like what the digital cameras and then the vending machines and then the different what the appliances what we are using in what in the day-to-day life, right? So this is how the device and then the software support will be got embedded to perform a particular task. Yeah, you can take some home appliances, you can take some more the digital watches, you can take some more digital camera. How this could be what the softwares and then the hardware of the supporting of the particular operations, how this could be what enable, sorry, how this could be what embedded to perform a specific task. Clear? Okay. Next, you can see something like what the communication protocols. So this is the very important one. The communication protocol is backbone of your. I could say this is the communication protocol is a backbone of what the IoT systems. So this could enable the network connectivity, and this could able to what couple. This could able to what connect to the different applications also. So this, what the based on this communication protocol, the device can able to what exchange the data over the network. Clear or not? So exchange the data over the network, and what data we need to transfer. That is the raw data or the particular data we need to what transmit it. Clear or not? Or even if you send the raw data from the out of that, we can do some pre-processing of that, and particular data should be what processed, and finally it can go on to the edge IT, and then finally it can connect it to the cloud services. Clear? So, and then this communication protocol, you can say that you should define the exchanging of data format also, and then that at the same time you should mention the data and encoding what addressing scheme is very important for that particular device, and then how the routing of your package from the source to destination should move on. So the communication protocol, I already told you that it is a backbone of what the IoT systems, how the exchange of data will be takes place, what is your source point, what is your designation point, and which address. So this what the packets or the routing should be what takes place from one point to another point. So at the same time, this communication protocol, it can how the control manner or it includes what the sequence of what the control and the flow of what the transmission should be takes place. Or if any losses will be there, you can what retransmission of your loss of packets or data. We can do what the retransmissions. So the communication protocol is very important of your IoT systems. How to exchange the data from between the devices with the what the IoT concept, and how the control manner, how the data flow will be takes place in the control manner, and what is the source addressing and then the designation addressing where the data should be moved on, and this will called as a data encoding addressing scheme, and these are things you should be what keep in your mind while what enabling this IoT what with the different technology, right? Communication protocols. So we just move on to the next. How this cloud computing services are offered. Just now we discussed. We know that infrastructure services, platform services, and then what the software services. We can simply will call it as what how the physical the cloud can deliver some services to what the physical devices or the software or some other what application tools. How the connections it can do the somewhat the physical connection. How the connections will be what how the device will be what interact with the cloud and then the controller. Clear or not? So that's why it is called as a cloud computing. And services, we have the different forms like what infrastructure services, platform services, and then the software services. Clear? Okay. Just show you some example for you for keeping you to what more and easy understanding about this three services offered by the cloud computing. One is what the software services, platform services, and then infrastructure services. You can see that software services, we know that the end user interface with the customization. That is what you can guess. You can take some examples like what the Facebook, Gmail, and then link, and then Office of 360. So these are the example of what the software, services. And platform services, you can take something like what how the web and then streaming and application developments and all should comes under the platform services. You can take some examples like what the Microsoft, the Windows, or what Azure. You can take something about the Google App Engine will be there. That is what the platform services, applications. How the most smartphones we are having some applications, right? That is what the cloud. Nowadays we are getting what all the applications from the cloud using of the smartphones, right? And then infrastructures, you can say that what are the hardware requirement, what is the capacity of that, what is the storage, server, network, and what type of what operating systems is required, and that and all should comes under what the infrastructure. And then you can take some example. It is what some the cloud services provided by the global service storages, Amazon Web Services, and then Azure. What the web services is also there. So these are the what the web service provider. That is what the infrastructure that comes under what the infrastructure services. I hope you understand somewhat the how the cloud computing can give the what different services with the different what the key concepts will be there in that. To give the more what the importance about the service provided by the cloud computing, you can see that what the service software services and platform services and the infrastructure services. You can say something what the Dropbox, how the emails, and then the Facebooks, and then the Microsoft of 360, and then LinkedIn. All the things should come under what the software as a services, right? Dropbox. And then the platform services, you can see something like what the Google Engine, and then the Force.com, and then Windows, Azure. So all the platform services, the platform as a service, it can be the service to all other devices also. And then you can see that the infrastructure, you can see something like what Amazon Web Services, AWS, Amazon Web Services, and IBM Web Services will be there. And then Microsoft Azure Web Services will be there. That is what the infrastructure. That each web services should have some different what the infrastructure also, because we need to allocate what is the storage capacity and what the operating system is requirement, and then how the network connections will be there. So all the things should be what present with the different services. That's why the Amazon Web Services will be there, and Microsoft Azure Web Services will be there, and then IBM Web Services will be there. So all these things will becomes under what infrastructure services. So we can store the data, we can collect, we can process the data, and we can get the response, and we can do whatever the commands is given to the particular device. That should be go along with that cloud services, and the device could be get controlled by the user using of internet. So here I will want to show you some the leading what the service provider. Today's market is about the cloud market. You can see that the Amazon should have what the cloud infrastructure provider of 2019. We have 33% will be there in Amazon Web Services, and Microsoft Azure will be there. It is 19%. And then this is what the worldwide of what the infrastructure provider will be there, the total count of this, right? And cloud, and then IBM cloud, and then Alibaba clouds, and then Oracle clouds, and then Tencent clouds. These are all what the infrastructures, services, and then these are what the web services who are what the leading in the market, right? So this is what easy understanding. I will show some new how the cloud server, the cloud infrastructure who are on the cloud infrastructure providers. I bestowed something for easy understanding for you, right? Just move on to the next. Azure IoT technologies and then service. So just now we discussed Amazon Web Services, and second we have what Microsoft Azure IoT technologies. So here also what the infrastructure is what the cloud service provider. So this should have somewhat the applications also. This again, you may have some retail, health, energy, what on the government side. You can use this what is that the service we can able to utilize. That is what Azure IoT technology. This is also what function with go with the different applications supports, and how the IoT what get more important, and how this Internet of Things can be used in what different applications, especially for what Azure Web Services. Yeah, right. And you can see some domain specifics of what the Internet of Things. So domain specific of Internet of Things is very important in this. So first you can see that domain is home automation. Excuse me, madam. Madam, actually, someone is what unmuted. I think so.
You are unmuted. Yeah, yes, I will see to that. Actually, you are speaking, sir. You're audible, sir. I'm hearing.
Okay, fine. So you can see what.
Somebody is speaking inside.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Someone is distracting her. That's why.
Yeah.
Okay. Now it is okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, ma'am. Right. So you can see what the domain specific of IoT, Internet of Things. How the Internet of Things will be get used in different domains or different applications. We'll see all this what the domain specifics of the applications of Internet of IoTs one by one of home automations, and then smart cities, environment, energy, retails, logistics, agriculture, industry, health, and lifestyle. So how this Internet of Things playing a vital role of different what the domains, what the specifics are listed in this. First, we'll see that home automations. So the home automations, you can say, if we call as a home automations, there are many things we can do in this. We can say something like what the project, the students also may have done in many projects. The students can go with this, what the home automation using of what IoT, like what the smart lighting, and then the smart appliances, and then you can see that the smoke and gas detectors. So these are the things we can use what the home automation. Suppose you can take something like what the smart lighting. The smart lighting, which is based on using of this Internet of Things, we could able to save the energy also, because the person who are there in the home, then only the light will what the turn on. The no one is there in the home, automatically the light will turn off. So the unnecessary what the lighting should be what avoided in this. That is what the home automation. I will take one example like what smart lighting, which used to what save more energy by can be what adapting the lighting to the ambient conditions also. Based on that, it can switch on and then the switch off, or something what I don't want the. You can reduce the brightness also. You can use what the dimming the light when it is what really needed. Clear or not? So that is what the home lighting conditions. You can say something like what the home appliances. You just want to control your geysers. If you want to increase your what the AC point, wherever you are, you see the controlling we can do anywhere, whether you are too near to the devices or it is far away from the devices. That doesn't matter. With the help of the device control and then the internet supports, you can do wherever you are or far away from the device. You can able to control the device, right, with the help of the internet. So that the special thing will be got present in this Internet of Things, right? The smart appliances you can take some. That's why I said that if you want to turn off the geysers, if you want to turn off the fans, if you want to turn off your what the AC automatically, if you want to turn on and turn whatever the controls you want to do, you can do it using of what Internet of Things. Yeah. And this could be what that's why the Internet of Things, we can collect the devices. The device should have the internet capability. The device could be get connected, and that's why it is called as a things. The things are connected. The different things are what get connected. through the internet, right? Through the internet, and you can monitor, wherever you are from, and that should be what the user is what takes place in what remotely or anywhere or far away from the particular devices. They can monitor and they can able to what control the device also. Clear. So you can see that next, the home automations, you can take some one more examples like the smoke and then the gas detectors also. We can use what the home automations. The smoke detectors are, so the smoke detector means we should install the smoke detector in the home or in the building. We need to first install. And then this could detect the smoke that it is the early what the fire or maybe what any the leakage of the gas. This could be detect early and give the alarm to the particular what the user or the owner of the home or the building. It can give the alarm also, or else if any what the fire, if you want to give what the alarm what the fire, you can what the alarm rise by the smoke detectors, and it can be what the form of the signal like what the fire alarm, how the fire alarm is what the working. Same thing here as well. So you can give the alarm when the unnecessary what the smokes is detected by the devices. So it can give the alarm, what that alarm systems and what automatically turn on. So that is what the smoke conditions. You can see something like what the gas detector can be able to what detect the presence of harmful gases, such as you can see that CO and then the LPG gases are not there. So that are not very harmful. It is what any leakages will be there in that. That should be detected and give the information to the user, or whichever the devices get connected to that particular the gas detector or maybe a smoke detector, and so the control device is get connected. The information is passed on to the control device, right? So this is how the IoT, Internet of Things, will get used in what the home automation, what the home automations, right? You can see like what the smart cities, how we can make the smart cities. The smart cities, you can say the smart cities. You can take the government also announced some other the states are what sorry the states are what we can call as a smart city. Smart cities, you can say something like how this IoT can be used in a smart city. If we call the state should be what as a smart city, what the government is announced. So if the government has announced the particular state should be what going to become a smart city means what actually the things are what present in that. So smart city can say that using of IoT, what Internet of Things, you can what smart parking will be there, and then you can go with what the smart lighting, the street light will be there. Unnecessary, the light will be showed what the night. So if no persons will be there in the street, the light will be what turn off. When the car will be there, the car is what moving from one point to another point, the light will automatically glow. So these are the projects we already what done by our students also. So light, what smart lighting, and then you can say something like what smart roads also there, and then you can go something like the smart city means very important thing is health monitoring. We call structural health monitoring. We need to concentrate on that. And then the surveillance is very important one. Any what unnecessary person is what entering into the hospital, or it may be the mall, or it may be what any industries. If you just want to monitor, so we cannot put the person manually to do all the things. So we need to without the manpower, we can go with the surveillance, and that is what the comes under in the smart cities. So suppose you can take something like smart parking means. The parking, you can just see the smart parking means you just measure the space easier, and that can give the information to the driver. What the driver can what very convenient to park their vehicle before the what the car is parking to the particular place. So this the Internet of Things can able to see the space, and the space is easier and it is convenient to park the vehicle to that particular place or not, right? So the smart parking should be what the means. It should be with the help of the Internet of the things systems, it can detect the number of how this could be happen in the sense. First, this Internet of Things can detect the number of empty parking slots, empty parking slots. You just collect the number of empty parking slots and send the informations over the internet to the user with about the smartphones, right? So are the smart applications backend support is required for that particular the smart parking? We need some what the applications is required. This Internet of Things just collect the number of free slots, and then it can send the informations to the driver over the internet. Now we can easily go and do the park in smart manner. So that's why it is called as what? Smart parking. And then smart lighting is there. So for the road, you can see that parks and then roads and then parks and then the buildings can help in saving the energy also. Clear or not? So the person is what the floating of the person will be there in the roads from more the light will be what turn on. If no one is there in the road, no need to the lightning, right? The smart lightning will not be on conditions. So using of this, we can able to save more energy. And smart roads. So smart road, the sensor can provide the informations of the driving condition of the particular, if the car is driving on the particular road, so the sensor can able to sense the road conditions, everything. What is how the road conditions will be, what is the travel time, and what is the estimations time to travel from one point to another point, when you reach that particular point, all the informations can be gathered. And then if there is any the poor road conditions, that should be easily the information will be collected. If there is any poor road, what the driving conditions is there, that information also read out by using of this IoT. And then the traffic conditions and then accidents and all the things will be clearly can be analyzed, right? That is what this IoT should be used in smart roads. Can take something like health monitoring. So health monitoring, we know that we need to health monitoring systems. You can go with some networks of the sensor to monitor the vibration levels or the structures such as the bridges and then the buildings. We can go with this health monitoring systems. Yesterday I told you that how you can take some internet IoTs with hospital connectivity. The person who is the patient, we need to the self-assist is required. So we cannot put one person's to monitor the patient regularly. So we need some the self-assisted devices. That devices will called as Internet of Things. That should be read each and every the level. Or if you say something, the person or the patient should have some problem like the heart patients, or it may be BP or blood pressure should be there. Any sudden abnormalities will be present. That information should be go through using of your Internet of Things. That should be connected to the cloud service and cloud service to the hospital. Now the hospitals can monitor all the things to the particular person or the patient who is there in the home. The hospital can able to read all the things. The doctor sitting in simply sitting in the hospital can see all the things. So any abnormality will be present. Immediately what happened, the ambulance is dispatched and we can brought back the patient immediately. And meanwhile in the hospital we can be ready with the medicine we given, and then the prescriptions detailed, and should made the operation theater be ready on that. So if you do like this, we can save the patient life also. So this is how the things are happening that, right? In the using of Internet of Things. And then the surveillance is very, very important. The surveillance to it is a video feeds from the surveillance camera. The video is feeded in the surveillance camera. We need to aggregated that videos in the cloud-based the scalable storage solutions. So the video should be recorded in that surveillance camera. All the information can be aggregated in the cloud-based scalables, and then you can store the information in that, and we should be able to access that video anytime. If there is any what abnormalities or any what the unconditional situations has happened in that particular zone, we can watch the videos or the videos can get stored in that, right? So the smart cities, so these are the things are very what importance. Using of this what the Internet of Things, we can say that city should be what a smart city. And next you can see what is that environment. So environment you can see are the environment you can see that what are the different what the environment we can able to monitor. So you can see first is weather monitoring, and second we can say something like what noise pollution monitoring, and then you can say some example like what very important air pollution, that is also very important, and then the fire reduction in the forest, that is also you can take what the environmental changes here, environment monitoring, and then the flood reduction also. The river flood suddenly will be happen, right? That also you can able to monitor. So the weather monitoring, you can say something like what the systems or the sensor can able to collect the data. We should use the number of what the sensor that can able to what the sense the data, what and the data should be what sent to the cloud-based application, and stores back. We should store somewhat the backend is required. The data is what which is collected in the cloud and can be get analyzed further, and that should be what visualized by the what some cloud-based applications. So with using of the different using of the sensor, weather monitoring sensor, with this could be able to what monitor the weather levels of what weather level in the sense what it is in hot, or it may be what may be very cold, or it may be what the humidity level. So all the things can be what verified in this, and then we can measure out the weather what in clear cut way. And then the air pollution also. So the air pollution is the emission of, we can say something like what air is polluted means how, because we are using some cars, we can see that carbon dioxide will be there. So the emission of what, the emission of some harmful gases, we need to what monitor. Not nitrogen dioxides, and then the carbon dioxides. We need to what the emission of the harmful gases we need to monitor. Are some factories or automobile industry, some gas will be that they should what release some gases that should be harmful to the people or not. So we should monitor all those things. All the things will be all the things will be get monitored by using of the sensor. So it can collect the data, analyze to make inform what the decision of the what the pollution control approaches. We can this device can able to what analyze what the air pollutions. If the harmful gases will be there, we can inform to the particular what the air pollution control zones also, right? And noise pollution monitoring. So you can see that the noise levels in the city should be increasing more. You can see something like what alarming in some cities. And then the noise pollution monitor can be what you can use something like what the number of noise monitoring systems that should be we should use in what the different places in the city, that the data on the noise level from the particular place should be get collected on the server or in the clouds. So that should be what aggregated in one, and we can go with somewhat the noise maps also, right? And third, you can see that fourth one, you can see that what is that fire detection. So the fire detections, that should be the fire will be the fire can cause, and then it can damage to what it can do some damage to the natural resources, and then it can do some damage to the property and the human life also. That is very what dangerous one. And the early detection of the forest fire. It will be what the early detection of forest fire is very important to minimize the huge damage, right? So this what that's why the domain specific of Internet of Things can be get supported to do early detection of what the forest to fire. We can minimize the human lives also. We can minimize the what the huge damage occurred. So that should be what highly reduced if you go over the what the early detection of forest fire. And then the river and flood reductions. So the river and flood reductions, you can say something like what the river and flood reductions may be caused like something the natural, or it may be the human resources, and it may be what human life also. That's the very important. Everything is what early. If you give the informations early detection of what they are, the early warning of your floods or the early warning of your forest fire. If you give the intimations to the people, so they will have some more aware on that. So we can save what the lives also, right? We can save the many lives also. At the same time, the huge what the damage will be what highly what avoided, right? So these are the what the Internet of Things can be get supported, how it can monitor everything in what rear to give the alert to the what the people. So at the same times, what this river flooding in essence is just what measure the water level, how the water level will be there, just monitoring what is the flow rate of that water. All the things can be get measured out with the help of some threshold value. So when that is that more than that of the threshold value, that the device can give the early warning of the floods, the water level, and then the flow rate should be increased more than the threshold level of what you set it. So what you said, the threshold level of water level and the flow rate, what you set it. When this the river, when the flow of what the level of water should be more beyond that. So what happened can give the intimations clear cut, and we can avoid the more damage on that. So we need to use what the number of sensor what nodes should be used in this what particularly in this what the flood detections we need to use the more number of the sensor node that can able to what measure the water level and then the flow rate so we can easily what measure out and then the energy you can take something like what energy what is this energy in the sense you can go with some smart grids and then very important thing is what renewable energy and then the smart grids and then the renewable energy systems are very very important one. So the smart grids you can see this is what how the networks are what get integrated. How the data communication simply takes place when the networks are integrated with the electrical grids, right? And it can collects the data and analyze the data what the data is collected and the in a real time manner and about how the power transmission and distributions will be takes place and how much power consumptions will be there in that all the things will be what easily monitored using of this smart grid how the electrical networks are connected and how the distribution and transmissions and distributions of what the power transmission, then distributing of that, and then the power consumption. So everything we can able to what measure out in real time itself, right? And this should be what very clear cut how the electrical what the current flow will be there. How it can be what equally supplied and many what unwanted theft can be what highly avoided if you connect this IoT as a smart grid, right? This can able to what measure out any fault occurrence will be there that should be what easily what identified. And then the renewable energy side, you can see that IoT based what integrated that should be what with that with the point of interconnections of your what the electrical variables, how the electrical points of point will be get connected, and how much power is feeded in that into the grid. So that we need to what measure out. If we say something like what the wind energy, you can use something the control like what the closed loop control can be used to regulate the voltage at a particular point of the interconnections where this two what the closed loop controls could be what present. Due to this wind turbine, we can able to what find out the powers. Clear or not? Right? So this is how the specific domain of what the Internet of Things can be get used in what energy. You can take something like smart grids and then the renewable energy. And these are two things are very important one. And then you can take something like what next one is retiles. The retiles are very, very important. How this system, IoT systems, is enabled with your remote monitoring of you can say something like of inventory usage of data collected by RFID readers. So the retail in the sense you can go something like what inventory management, how the product can be what read out, and this how many the product you've taken from that particular place, and how it can be carefully monitored. So that should be comes under what inventory management. The IoT, see what is the use of this IoT system in this inventory management, in the sense which is used to remotely, it should be monitor of the inventory and using the data collected by the order feeders. Clear. And then you can see the one more the application of this. You can go something like smart payment also should comes under the retails. Smart payments. The smart payments, you can go with the cardless payment also we are doing nowadays. Smart cardless payment. This can be give some the technologies like the near field communications can be get used here, and then the Bluetooth also gets supported. All right. We can comes under smart payment, that should be comes under in the retails also. And the smart vending machines. Smart vending machine is which is used to monitor its operation and send the data to the cloud, and it can can be used for predictive maintenance also. How the machines can be working, that should be monitored carefully. What is so how it is working. All the informations can be sent to the cloud, and that could be used for the predictive or maintenance also. Right? Okay, next is a logistics. Logistics, you can see I already told you that if you're sending the goods or product from one city to another city or one state to another state, you just want to do the location finding of the particular vehicle. The tracking, we need to go with that in real time. So that should come under the logistics side. The route generation and scheduling is very important. The first point is route generation and scheduling. So the route generation and scheduling, it is provide the response to the route generation query, and it can be the scaled out the query which is coming from which location. So based on that, it can identify the product or the goods, the user, which is sent through the sent by the query, and that can be first it should be identified. That is route generations and then scheduling. And then next you can see the fleet tracking is there. Fleet tracking. The fleet tracking, in the sense you should use GPS. So when you can use a GPS to track the location of the vehicle in real time also. That's it is called as a fleet tracking. That's why the name it is called as fleet tracking. Using of the GPS, we can able to track the location of the vehicle in real time, right? And then the shipping monitoring, we can use this logistics. And then shipping monitoring uses the monitoring in the sense, the shipping monitoring in the sense you can see you should use all applications. We should use some sensor. Is very important that the sensor is playing a vital role in this IoT. That should measure out the temperature, the humidity, whether it is the right time to go to do some travel in that. All the things could be monitor using of this ship monitoring conditions, right? And this can able to monitor the conditions and send the same. Again, it can send the data to the cloud, and where it could be analyzed and detect detect the results, right? And next is you can see that remote vehicle diagnosis. So the remote vehicle diagnosis, you can see that the system should be used as onboard or IoT devices can be used here, collecting the data on the vehicle operations. What is the speed of that vehicle operation? What is the RPM? So what is the fuel of the particular vehicle? So all the fuel level of the vehicle, and what is the speed, and what is main thing is the remote vehicle diagnosis, in the sense you can able to measure the vehicle subsystems like the speed, and then the petrol levels, and then the time estimations. All those things will be get calculated in the logistics. And then next you can see agriculture. So agriculture, I already told you. First we will discuss the soil moisture. That is the first applications I will discuss. When I started the session that time, I told you that how the soil moisture get supported, and how the water irrigations can be get supplied to the crop easily without the farmer. And even if you use not only using a soil moisture, suppose if you are using the weather monitoring sensor, so that could able to measure the weather also, whether it is raining or going to be rain or not. That should be measured. If it is measured, that particular time the rain is going to be. So now no need to what give some water, no need to what turn on the water pump to give the water supply to the crops, right? Because it is already going to be what it is going to be rain, so we can start what giving the water irrigations to the crop. So this is what we discussed in the starting of the presentation. Agriculture side, that is what smart irrigations, right? Smart irrigations, you know that to determine the soil moisture level, and based on that, the water is required or not. So the water requirement is 2, there may be a chance to what spoil the crops. If water requirement is what very little, so the crop is what completely now what it is damaged out. So that will be a huge loss to the farmer also. So we need to what measure the moisture level with the help of threshold value. So based on that, the sensor will decide above the threshold or below the threshold. At the point, it can send the information to the actuators. So the actuator, what they do in the sense, the actuator is what it can take the signals electrically and do some physical action. That is a use of actuator. So the signal which is coming from the sensor, that should be what collected by the actuator. Now the actuator can turn on your water pump. That is a use of what? Actuator. So the sensor and actuators are playing a vital role in this of things. And one more thing, you can see that agriculture, the greenhouse control. To improve the productivity, you can go with what? The greenhouse control. That is what? Agriculture side is Internet of Things are used. And Internet, what industry side, you can go with the mission diagnosis. Any mission is required, we need to diagnose which point where the fault is, what the fault occurrence is there in the mission. We can easily identify. And then the indoor quality monitoring. The indoor air quality monitoring also should come there in the industry side. We can able to monitor the indoor air quality also in the industry. Health and lifetime. How this what the IoTs get close to what the human life, and how it can save the patient whoever is there in the home. The patient should have the continued monitoring of their the health, to measure the heartbeat, and then to measure the BP and other diseases also. The continued monitoring is there. The self-assistance is required. So this IoT can do that. So we can able to the doctor can able to easily understand the each and every the point of time. The doctor can able to understand the patient situation. The doctor should not come and see regularly to their patient home to monitor to monitor or to see the patient health condition. The doctor is wherever is sitting in that, either it may be a home or it may be hospital. So there they can directly collect the information for the particular person using of internet and then the cloud service. Clear or not? Fine. So next you can see that health and life. I told you that health and fitness monitoring is very so nowadays we are using something like the wearable device, like watches how many steps you walk today, what is heartbeat rate, and then what is your body weight conditions. So all the things are BMI. All the things can be able to measure out using of this Internet of Things. The only thing is we need internet. So if you are remotely, or you can able to monitor, and you can at the same times you can able to control if you are in a remote place. That should be possible. Clear? So these are the levels of how the IoT levels and deployment templates will be there. I already told you that. Just now we discussed with the different the applications, like the home automations, and then logistics, agriculture, industry, health, and then lifestyles, and then retails. In all the applications, the IoT is playing a vital role. And the templates or the deployment will be there in that. If you say something that IoT level 1 is a home automations, you can see that operations would be, we need something like the device, resources, control services, and database is required. Is very, very important. And here we are using what the REST and WebSocket services. Here with communication model, the two communication models are very, very important one. The REST, REST is a REST. It is a what the representational, what the state transfer. It is we will call as what the request and response communication model. And WebSocket model is there. It is what the full duplex, what the communication model. It is also what the just requesting the cloud. The cloud is what accept what the client requests. Then the data frames can be what sent to it, right? And that directly can go with this applications. So these are the what the level or the template should be used, right? The template should be used to what perform this IoT as a what the home automation systems, right? And you can see that next how this level of what IoT deployment templates would be there. You can see. Only thing is what the cloud can using of the cloud, how the sensor can collect the data, and the collected data should be moved on to the what the IoT is what the gateway, and finally the gateway should have the connection with your what the cloud. So the cloud you can be able to what analyze that one and give the reply to that particular device request. So this is what I'm showing about the home automation. What are the things light control, smoke detector. We should have some control planner for the device control of all the things. The smart for the mailbox and doorbell, and then you can see the electric port, and then air conditioning and sprinkling are there. So these are the device. These are things should be get connected, and that should be controlled. That the IoT device or Internet of Things of home automation. These are things will become into what home automations, right? And next you can see the level 2. So level 2 is what the smart irrigations. I told you that we are having some what many sensors are get used here, like what the moisture sensor, temperature sensor, motion sensors, and then you can see that air quality sensor. The many sensors will be get used here. The smart irrigations, right? The smart irrigations, and what the templates are required here. The data stored in the clouds, and the application is usually what the cloud based only, right? The IoT, the application should be what only the cloud based. You can see that here we are having something like what the REST and then WebSocket services. We should have some control services is required in this. Control services required in this. See here, devices, resources, and this yellow color line stating that it is what the control services. Unnecessarily, water is what the two watering. Unnecessarily, it is what the little what the watering water and this what the water is too much. You may have some what the damage in the crops. The water is what the too little. So the crop is what we don't have any what the much more growth in the crop also. So anyhow, the farmer should face somewhat the huge the money loss of these conditions, right? So we need to go with the control service in this. So IoT system level 2 for smart irrigation. We can go with this what the WebSocket services and then the REST. So the WebSocket services, we can take something like what the full duplex communications, how this takes place, then for what the cloud storage supports. See, this is how the smart irrigations will be takes place. You can see something like what the temperature, moisture, pressure, and then the health, and then the connectivity to this IoT devices, right? And level 3, you can see that I already told you that if you are sending some packets, you can sending some what the goods from one districts to one city to another city or one state to another state. We need to what track that packets or track the what the vehicle locations real times. So you can use this what IoT level 3, right? So again, this is also what the same conditions how it is. See here, the cloud you can what the data which is stored that should be analyzed for the process. So this is what the condition is stating here. What are the things should be present? Should make this what level 3, and that should what operating in the tracking package handling, right? This is comes under what the level 3 should comes under what the logistics. The fleet just now I told you that it is what fleet tracking. So fleet tracking, we know that we have some GPS to track the live location of the particular vehicle, and the real time we can able to see where the vehicle is coming, right? And see, this is what the image I show you how the tracking package handling will be there. So you can use the sensor uses what accelerometer sensor. You can sense the movement and vibration of the particular product. And you can see the gyroscope, what sensor also. You can view the orientation information like what the direction and in which directions it can be what the kept your product. That could be what the informations can be gathered by using of this what the gyroscope sensor, right? This what we know that the WebSocket introduced because of the sensor data can be sent in what the real time. That's why it is called about the WebSocket. It is a full duplex communications. How the communication will be takes place in the full duplex. The web simply will say that the WebSocket service is used because how the sensor data can be sent in what in the real time, right? Can use what WebSocket services. And level 4, you can see that noise monitoring, what the IoT system for noise monitoring. You can see the conditions here. It's not like what the previous, how the IoT level models will be there. Here we may have two set of what the control services are required here. Right? Two controller services are required. And one, it is what REST services. And next we need some what analysis component is required for the IoT systems. And then see this noise monitoring sensor, we need to what observe the node. We need to what observer node is required, because which is used to what measure the noise level regularly. Or not. For this, we need some what observer node in this that should be connected to the what representational state transfer services, right? Right. Next, just see how the noise monitoring will be there. The sound sensors are used in this noise monitor. How the sound, what the sensor can able to what measure out all the things. See here, this is what the noise monitoring sensor. Level 5, you can see it should be used for the level 5 sensor is what forest. Just now we discussed one application like what the forest fire detections. So the early detection of forest fire is very, very important to avoid the huge damage, right? At the same time, we can save the many human life also. The forest fire detections, if you what detect earlier. Just now we discussed that application, and this level comes under the level 5 of IoT systems. This should be what suitable for wireless sensor network, in which the data which is involved in this what is big in the sense is not a large in terms of terabytes, and it can analyze and requirement or what computationally what it is intensive, and all the things of the things are what it can collect the informations and from the end nodes and send it to the clouds, and then the data which is stored and analyzed in the cloud, which should be used in the application of cloud based, right? Okay, you can see this is how I told you that the wireless sensor network supports of that's why it is called as IoT enabling technologies we discussed, right? IoT enabling technology. The first thing we discussed about wireless sensor network, wireless sensor network. See in this fire reductions, what forest to fire reductions, we are using what the wireless sensor network. How the IoT is enabling with the what wireless sensor networks, right? So this sensor could detect the early the fire forest fire early detections will be takes place. If it detect early, we can highly reduce or minimize the huge damage also, right? And then we can able to control the fast spreading of the fire also. At the same time, the sensor could able to measure the temperature, and then you can say something like what the smoke, and then the weather, and then the shape of the earth also, and then we can see the wind speed, and then how much speed that the fire is what spreaded, and then you can measure the flame length also. So this is how that we are the wireless sensor network, or the internet is enabling with the wireless sensor technology to detect to avoid the huge damage of this the forest fire detection applications. Right? See the sensor we are saying simply, but how much what the things they measure out to what the save the human lives, that is very, very important. And level number 6, you can see that weather monitoring. So level number 6, we are using weather monitoring. This is very, very important one to just what collecting informations of the weather, different changes in the weather. You can see something what it is in a hot, or it may be a cold, or it may be check the humidity level, whether it is low or it may be high. just take the weather monitoring conditions is very important one using of this technology of the level number 6. At the same time, it can collect the information. The weather monitoring, in the sense, we can go with what different applications also in environment. You can just take something like what weather monitoring, and then you can say something word like what air pollution monitoring, and then noise pollutions, and then the the river flood reductions. All the things we can able to do with that. Right, all the things should comes under what the environmental changes only. The particular applications we can go with this weather monitoring conditions, and then see how the person is the image I given here for the easy understanding. The sensor used at what the wind speed. I can measure the wind speed and direction of solar radiation, and then the temperature, like so what the air, water, and soil, and relative of the humidity also. Right, and based on that, we can measure out what each and everything. See here, the snow, what the depth, and then barometric pressure, and then the soil moisture. Everything we can easily measure out in this. And then these are the applications for what the IoT technologies. I'll finish it off, right? Another 2-3 minutes, I'll finish it off this. The application of IoT technology, you can see something like what the Google Home Voice Controller, right? The Google Home Voice Controller, we can able to listen the music of listen the music, or we can able to the control the TV and then the speakers. We can go with this the Google Home Voice Controller. Using of the voice, we can able to control all the home appliances like what the speaker and TV, and then the timer, and then alarms, and then you can see that the home lights as well. All the things we can able to control using of this home Google Voice Controller. These are applications of what IoT technologies. You can see that Amazon Echo Plus voice controller also. We know that usually you can see in many ads. We can see this conditions this one. We can easily speak to this devices, and whatever things the user is asking, and this can able to play that one, right? So suppose the user Echo Play Plus voice controller, in the sense the user is asking any song to play, this can able to play that, but it can recognize the voice of the user. So we need some database that should be what gets stored in that already. What the pre-database should be required. All different the voice recognition we need to trained up, and that should be stored. Once the user say something, that should be recognized, and according to that, the device can able to do the results. And doorbell cam is there. It is one the effective of the innovation thing, the Internet of Things is doorbell cam. Any unknown person, suppose if you are not in the home, if keep this device in front of your the door, any unknown person is entering or what unnecessary is roaming in front of your door. So that can be the person image can be get captured. When the person is roaming unnecessarily more than one times, the information is passed on to the particular owner. So we can easily monitor if you are not in the home, if you are in the outside or far away from your home. We can easily monitor what is going on in front of our house, right? And this is also what the smart lock will be there. It is what comes under IoT technologies, like smart lock, and then a smart light switch is there, which is used to manage your home lights from the wall, or with the help of the connection of the smartphones, you can able to control the lights, or using of the voice, you can able to control. But the very important thing, the device should be connected to the via internet. That is very important. And then you can see this is what the food boat is an IoT device which is used for the help to measuring the indoor pollutions also. Indoor pollutions, and need to improve the air quality in the house and workplace or indoor public spaces. And these devices can get used here. Food boat air quality monitoring. And Nest smoke alarm. Nest smoke alarm is very important. Like the smoke alarm. that things like what speaks and alert your mobile phone about your unwanted emergency in your home. Suppose if you are not in your home, some smoke should happen or any what the smoke has happened in your home. That could be what the device can able to what collect that informations and what it send it to the owner of the house, or it may be the user. So this can be automatically tested by the level of the threshold itself. And then hue bulb will be there and lighting systems. So we have this lighting systems can be what automatically can be get controlled. The personal wireless lighting system. It is called as what? Personal wireless lighting system. We can control your light and create in what right ambience for the every moment. So how many members are there in a home, and if no one is there in the home, so this can according to the what the members and according to the persons who is there in the home, and based on that, this should be what get controlled. We call as what the smart and away from the home control, and then light schedules, and then the comfort will be what comfort is the dimming, and you can go synchronize with your music and the movies also, and based on that, this bulb will start going, right? And then the real world IoT applications. Just now we discussed. Okay, another 1 minute of time. I will finish it off. This is my last slide. I will finish it off my for today's session. You can say something like what the real world IoT applications, like what the smart city or city of the future. You can see something like what the traffic management, and then monitoring the air quality, and then the public safety solutions is very, very important. And smart parking, unnecessary parking can be what violating the rules of what the traffic. So we should make what the smart parking, and then the smart lighting to save the more about the energy, and smart waste collecting. So many projects, the students project also what does what done it in the smart waste collecting. Just see that the level of your the garbage which is there in that particular location, that should be what easily give the information to the particular waste collector services. Now the services can able to come and collect the wastage on time, right? So these are the what the IoT applications, how the IoT applications are get supported in what many things, and make everything is what very simple and smart and accurate also. So I hope today's session should be what you can understand something about what how this IoT get be used in different applications, and how the Internet of Things is what enabling with the different technologies, and based on the different technology, how this can be what get controlled with the different situations, right? Okay. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, sir.
It is really wonderful about hearing a lot of things on implementing the IoT applications, sir.
Yes, sir.
Really, thanks a lot for your session. I have one query, sir.
Yes, sir.
For the animal welfare, is there anything dealing with the IoT? Is there any innovative things to apply in animal
No,
welfare?
it is not now. The some project is going on that to what the animals to measure out or to monitor their the leaves. That process right now it is not yet completed. It's still it is what going on in this IoT application.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other queries from the participant side? So any other queries regarding real-time applications of IoT, particularly smart cities and all?
Sir, also another doubt.
Yes, sir.
Can you mention any of the website for getting the IoT updates by day to day or else up to date as like that?
Okay. Sure, sir. I will forward some more the links to you. You just what get the links from the what the coordinator who is what hosting in this session. You can collect the links. Definitely.
Okay, sir.
Definitely. Okay, sir. Okay.
Hello, sir. Hello, sir. I'm Manjunath Singh from KGF, sir. I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Sir, collect so much of data in the cloud. There are the
Hmm.
chances that cloud get flooded with so much of data, no, sir. How do you avoid the recurrence and or the replicating data?
Sorry, sir, come again.
Sir, actually, you collect
So,
data
Manjunath
from
sir,
so
can
many
you
sources.
please talk louder? Sir, I think we are not able to hear you. Can you please talk louder? Volume is very low.
Sir, you collect
That's why, sir. I understand your queries, right? See, that's everything is depends upon the user, what the need, how the infrastructures would be need, the platform of the IoT, and what applications you are going to what use that, and based on that, the service will be get provided. That's why it is called as what on-demand services. So based on that, your requirement and your applications, we cannot say something like what the unique architecture design of for Internet of Things. So based on your applications and your work and how the device going to perform as per your command and then your expectations, and based on that, the complete setup or the platform or the infrastructure will be completely changed.
Sir, my question is related to spreading of the data in the cloud, sir. Actually, when we are collecting so much of data is been extracted from so much of IoT devices. You have different cloud storage. When it is getting flooded, how do you, is that flooded data may contain the replicated data, recurrence data, so many types of data. How do you clean this data, sir? How do you clean? Do you have any means of cleaning the data, sir?
Sir, actually, we need to collect the data from what you are asking in the sense, what is your query in the sense you are collecting the data from the different IoT devices which is connected. So we cannot go with all the data as it is. See, that's the thing we can, before entering into the clouds, we can, that before that edge IT itself, we need to do some pre-processing. So there we should know something like what the raw data will be, what completely it is cleaned up, and the data which is particularly required, that is move on to the cloud service.
But really, as the days progress, it may get again flooded, no, sir? Like,
Yes,
you have certain limitation on the storage also.
yes, correct. Yes,
That
correct.
is the case. How it will take care, sir? Because we will not be monitoring all those things, sir. Like these devices will extract different data from different sources and it will just upload. That is the case. There should be some limitation on the storage. When we'll come to know that actually our data is being really recorded and it is saved, because everything has
No, that is really it is what impossible to recognize all the things there based on. That's why I already told you that based on the particular applications and then the infrastructures and how the on-demand service is provided to that, and that much storage will be there in that. We cannot put it all the things in the cloud, so it will be somewhat difficult to process the rest of the things also.
Okay, sir. That means pre-processing will avoid unridiculous data. Okay,
Yes,
thank you.
right, sir. Right, sir. Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, I think, sir, we don't have no more questions.
Okay, shall we wind up now?
Yes, sir, wind up.
Okay.
Thank you, Dr. Selvamani Indrajit, sir, for
Thank you.
spending a valuable time with us and mentioning on-demand application of IoT for
Yes.
the present and future world scenarios. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity, ma'am. Just convey my thanks to your PSR Engineering College what management. At the same time, I just want to share my the special thanks to Dr. Vinod. He's interact with me about this FDP session. So thanks for this great opportunity to share my the ideas to the different participants of the different colleges. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, participants, for your patient listening. You can just fill in the admins link and then you can leave the session. Next session will start from 12:30. Okay, kindly join the session on 12:30 onwards. Thank you.
Hello? Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Where do I get this attendance from? I'm not getting access.
Yeah, actually, sir, in that chat box you just refer, sir.
Chat box. We are not
You-
using this video conferencing tool, so I'm not familiar with so many features. Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Actually, it is just a Google form, sir. You just copy that link. You can use to fill this admins.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.